Today we're going to graph some data. So our essential question is, how can you use coordinate grid to display the data collected in an experiment? So first we have to do some investigation. You need to have a paper cup, water, a Fahrenheit thermometer, ice cubes, and a stopwatch. Check with Mrs. Crony, she'll make sure you have all those things. When the data is collected, it can be organized on a table. So here's the table. If you were supposed to make a table on your own, you would have to make sure you did your labels and what you want on your table. Now, they decided that in times or in seconds, and they rounded to the nearest tenth. Sometimes you can do to the exact one, 1, 2, 3, but this one would be very large table, so that's why they went by tens. So here's what you got to do. So have your paper with you. When the data is collected, it can be organized in the table. Fill the paper cups more than halfway with room temperature water. Place the Fahrenheit thermometer in the water and find its beginning temperature before adding any ice. Record this temperature at the table at the 0 seconds, so that before you start, what's the temperature? Place 3 ice cubes in the water and start the stopwatch. Find the temperature every 10 seconds for 60 seconds. So somebody's going to have to be recording, somebody's going to have to be watching that time clock and stopping and then looking at the thermometer. So you're really going to have to keep an eye on all this, record your amounts. Once that is done, then we're going to move on. Explain why you would record the beginning temperature at the 0 seconds. So why would you do that? And write that answer down. I stop the video. I think it would be the beginning temperature at 0 seconds because we need a baseline, or we need a control of what we're going to find out how the temperature changes. Describe what happened to the temperature of the water in 60 seconds during the experiment. Write it down. The temperature decreased rapidly the first 30 seconds and then did decrease, but not as rapidly as the remaining time. I'm not sure that's what happened with your data. You need to look at your table and put that answer down according to your table. Now analyze your observation of the temperature of water during this 60 seconds and explain what you think would happen to the temperature if the experiment continued for 60 more seconds. So write down what you think. And I think it's going to get a whole lot slower than what it was. Alright, now I gotta write this up with you. Now take what you did and I want you to start putting in the coordinate points. So what is the related pair of data as you ordered it? Okay, so analyze your data. So I want you to look at in 0 seconds, where was your temperature? Please record that. And what were your coordinate points for that? So put those in there. Remember, you always put X first, then Y. 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Now, I want you to construct a coordinate grid and write the title for it. So label each axis, point each point of ordered pair. Now that you have that all done, now I want you to go on to the next page. And now they've got a graph and a table here for you. Write the ordered pair for each point. So here we are in year 1. So where would that be on your graph? And what would your coordinate points be for each? then do that, please. Did you get these for coordinates, your origin? Coordinate points, I'm sorry. What does the ordered pair 338 tell you about Ryan's age and height? Okay, write down what does the 3 mean, represent, and what does the 38 represent. So 3 is the age of Ryan and 38 is the height. Why would the point 642 be nonsense? Pretty much because because it would mean that at age 6, Ryan's height would have been less than at 5, and he would have gotten shorter, and as you get older, so that just makes no sense whatsoever. There must be something wrong. The table shows the depths of the Dakota River at different times during a rainstorm. Graph the ordered pair from the tiles of coordinate grid. So right here you have them. Here they are. Please graph them. Okay, does your graph look like mine? Okay. So now we're going to look for an error, because a lot of times when we talked about Ryan's height back there, how if he would turn 6 and he was 42, but at 5 he was 44, there must be some mistake or an error. Mary places the miniature cars onto a track with launchers. The speed of the cars is recorded every foot. Some of the data is shown on the table. Mary graphs the data on the coordinate grid below. So if we look, are you noticing anything that's maybe, I don't know. So let's look. If she graphs this, here's your x coordinates, and here's your y axis. So if I grid this one would be 0, 0, so that gives me the base. 1, 6, or 1, 4, so I go over 1. She went over 4 and went up 1. The next one, she went over 8, went up 2. The next one, she went over 3, went up 6. And here she went over 4 and went up 1. Okay, can you find the error that she made there? If she has an error, does she have an error? So on the second one, I want you to regraph and see if you can find her error. Does your graph look like mine? Because her coordinate points almost confused me when I was looking at it. I wonder if it confused you. Remember that the distance, if we did the distance, she should have done the x first. So here is the 0, 0. Here is the 1, 4. The 2, 4, 2, 8. 3, 6, 4, 3. So describe her error. Well, she did the y-axis before she did the x-axis, was one of her errors, and she didn't record the 0, 0, or maybe she did, I just couldn't see it, sorry. At what distance do you think the cars will stop? Explain and write an ordered pair. Well, if I kind of look what's happening, starts off with 1, 4, but then they started to decrease. So my guess is if I just kind of look at if I would draw the lines in there, Maybe at 6 they would. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Because it's starting to slow down each time. Alright. Please do page 549 and 550. And that's your work for today.